Hey, welcome to On the Path podcast with Cheryl Nembhard. You know, since I was a kid, I was told my conversations were way too deep. Well, now it's paying off. Join me and the names you know as we go deep into their personal stories of triumph, tragedy, and the lessons they've learned along the way. Friends, this crazy, overwhelming life we live calls for some serious encouragement and inspiration. So grab a cup of coffee and get your notebook, because we're going into the classroom of life. So let's get lifted with faith-filled conversations. I'll see you on the path.
You're listening to On the Path with Cheryl Nembhard, brought to you by Compassion Canada.
Hey guys, Cheryl Nembhard on the Path, Yes TV in Canada.
Let's
What's
go.
up? Oh, Canada. Oh,
Let's go. So happy to be here. Milo, to
Yes, ma'am.
you, your portrayal of Tim was beyond inspiring. And the way you carried grief and gratitude was incredible. And I wonder, as you look over your life, what are you most grateful for?
You know, I'm grateful for the people that have walked with me. I'm grateful for just those that continue to stick with me in all of life's different stages and seasons and everything. You know, I feel very much a culmination of those that look out for me. And I'm grateful. I mean, it's from my parents to my older sisters to my close friends to my wife and, you know, the brand new one, my daughter, who, you know, kind of looks to me in moments and actually focuses in. And I didn't even tell you last night early this morning.
Yeah, when
said,
you're gonna baby, it's
said
all the
Dada.
same. Oh.
5 a.m, I'm changing her diaper and I had to turn a small little mini lamp light on so I could see what I was doing and make sure that it was number 1 and not number 2. And I fired this light on and she literally took her passy out and she went, Dada.
Come on.
And put it back in. I'm like,
Come on.
what a way to start the day. That, you know, totally grateful for that.
Yeah. And
That's it.
swish. Yeah.
That's it. That's
Great
everything.
interview.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah. See
I
you
love
later.
it. Oh my gosh, that's it. Oh my goodness. Tim, for you, to see your life translated to screen, you know, is such a unique experience. It's rare air that only a few people breathe.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine, I can only.
Yeah.
You can only imagine.
I had to do it.
Yeah.
I wonder, what was it like watching someone else step into the moments that were really deeply personal for you?
Yeah. Well, this morning my daughter got up and she said, Dada, to me. All 4 of my kids did.
Just like
I was trying to up them.
Just like that, yeah.
Gosh, watching him play me was really fun in so many ways. And just watching my friend play me was even more fun. But I think one of the most profound parts was watching the cancer moments. And I found compassion and empathy for myself that I had not experienced before, that I didn't see coming. That was really, really impactful for me. And then also watching fake Hillary, Ariel, play my wife, and how she portrayed my wife to not write the X on her wrist was a whole season where my wife just had a wrestling match with God. Like, God, you have let me down. So to watch that moment and then to watch her write it, I mean, every time, I've seen it many times now, and I cry every time at that moment.
Hospital bed.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It's so deep for me. Thanks.
Wow. Well, Milo, you are known for raw emotional openness when it comes to your acting. You go all the way there. You take us there every time.
Yeah.
And in this film, you do this incredible job of carrying scenes where a lot of what's happening is internal. What was that process like for you?
I think it's just being honest and being real, and when action is called on set, letting Tim live on camera. You know, I was able to spend quite a bit of time with Tim ahead of filming and in conversation and everything, and what I just found of him to be, it's infectious and it soaks into your own bones, and you want to be good and you want to be better and you want to show everybody that same strength within themselves just by being encouraging and positive and just generally good. just good, giving goodness to people. And I think of those moments on camera where you don't have dialogue to lean on, you don't have a scene partner to lean on. You kind of have to find, those things. It's just allowing myself to experience as Tim would have, knowing my friend Tim, and what it is. I can't even quantify how you prepare or plan for it. You just have to be available to it and let your imagination go. And that's kind of always the goal, is just be honest. Just be honest and feel. And so for me, Tim, the movie version of Tim was always alive from action to cut. It wasn't Milo. I wasn't taking a back seat. It was just Tim. Go ahead and experience the life that Tim needs to experience in those moments.
I love that. And Tim, we know that films have a way of sort of lasting with us long after we leave. And I wonder, as people are heading back into their own lives coming out of this film, what do you hope will stay with them?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think what he just said in a sense is that we love honesty. We love honest things, and life is really hard. And I think in the Christian or religious world, we try to like put bow ties and everything, and just life doesn't work out like that. So for me, I hope people walk away going, life is hard, and it's okay for me to say this is a hard thing in life. And also to walk with gratitude is a huge gift. And we get good at what we practice. And so my hope is that people will find their own X and in the mornings wake up just with a different posture for their day. And that would kind of reshape how we see life and God and each other through that lens of just gratitude and practicing gratitude.
Your answers were incredible. Milo, to you, when I think of the beautiful body of work that you are creating, the word legacy comes to mind. I wonder years from now, as you look back on the landscape of what you've created, what do you want your legacy to be, Milo?
Hopefully just an impact off camera. I think the roles that I'm lucky enough to fall into in my career and my work and my 30 years in front of the camera, that's hitting a larger audience. But I think if I can be impactful to those that are around me, that I actually get to meet my friends, my family, my wife, my daughter, those that, we get to share time, like that's my legacy. That's the most important thing to me. The work, I hope people are entertained, and I hope that they are taking whatever they're feeling in those moments, whether it's I Can Only Imagine 2 and Tim's story, or Jack Pearson or Jess Mariano or anybody, and they're able to absorb that and put that practice into their lives, whatever they've soaked up in watching 30 minutes or 90 minutes, 60 minutes of whatever it was that I was playing. I just, my legacy, I think maybe for me is a little more personal, about those that I know and those that really know me. But I hope the body of work does lend some affirmation to life that people can use to live their lives a little better.
I mean, that's what we call a swish right there. And those are all
no
true
rim.
things. That's
no rim.
Yes.
There's no rim there.
Yes, no rim.
Well, thank you so much. And to both of you, but especially Milo, we are better. We are becoming better just by watching. And thank you for all that you do. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate
Have
you.
a great one.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Cheryl Nembhard on The Path, Yes TV in Canada.
Hey. Hello. Love our Canadians.
Good to see you again, Andy. We actually had an interview here with yourself and Kevin. I don't know if you remember. It was fantastic.
It was fantastic. You were awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. Such a joy to be with you guys. Let's begin. Dennis, my goodness, your character as an abusive father who finds redemption and restoration with his son in both of these films has been beyond inspirational. And I wonder, what do you feel this film's message is about repairing what's been broken?
That it's never too late. It really, it never is too late. Arthur is kind of like one of the thieves on the cross, actually, that at the very end. And but sincere, really a true change and a redemption, which is hard to ask for if you feel like you don't deserve it.
Yeah. Well said.
So good, so good. Any thoughts from you on that as well?
Yeah, for me, what Dennis brought to the first movie with Arthur and the moments of redemption there were just so profound. And when we came back full circle to kind of finish the story, there's just some beautiful moments that I didn't know we needed, but to be able to kind of fully heal that relationship, even though it's in memory, it was something that really needed to happen in Bart in order to unlock what he needed as a dad to give that to his son. And he just felt like he didn't have the goods. He wasn't really trained how to be a good dad. And we're able to fully heal the relationship with Arthur, and so he can turn around to his son and give him what he always wanted. And so it's a powerful kind of multi-generational fatherhood-themed story that really completes the journey. And it was amazing to kind of be back on set with Dennis and finish what we started 8 years ago.
Well, Andy, from a director's standpoint, I know there's always a huge pressure around sequels and doing sequel work. And I wonder, what was the process like for you to reference the original story, but yet allow this film to creatively stand on its own?
You ask good questions. I always like your questions. For us, I was terrified to kind of take on the material again, because I wanted to feel like we were completing the story, not redoing the story. We didn't want retreads. And Brent McCorkle, my co-director on this one, wrote the script for this one and the original with my brother, really came up with an incredible angle on it. And, I think going into it, we did want to reintroduce the audience that even if they hadn't seen the film, why they cared about it, and to really understand Bart's pain and the complicated relationship he had with his dad. But then to really kind of break the happily ever after that we had in the first movie and to rebuild it in a much more satisfying way that was really through gratitude. And this new character that Milo Ventimiglia plays, Tim Timmons, is kind of that spiritual guide for Bart finding a deeper meaning than just everything working out. And it leads to the song Even If, which is a huge song. The thing that was satisfying to me is when we did the test audiences, it scored off the charts for both audiences, but even people that hadn't seen the first movie, it scored in the 94 percentile. And it was really amazing for people that hadn't even seen the original to really appreciate this on its own. And then people that seen the original, it scored 100%. So that's always exciting. And I'm really proud of what, as a team, everybody was able to accomplish.
That's incredible. Dennis, to you, my goodness, your body of work as an actor has been monumental. That is the word that comes to mind. Such an illustrious, long-standing career and an excellent body of work that the word legacy is coming to mind. I got to give you your flowers. And I'm wondering, there's a pivotal line in the film from your character, father to son, and it says this: sometimes your dreams can rise from the ashes. And I wonder, how true has that been for you in your life?
Several times. If you live long enough, you're going to have a couple of rebirths, I think. Hopefully, and each one of them is rebirths, and is actually is kind of painful and uncomfortable, but it's worth it for what's on the other side. That's in my experience, and I'm just glad to be a part of this. And it's just right. Sequels, they have to stand alone by themselves. Yeah, you can't do that other. And it's just an amazing story which keeps going on. It's very relevant and inspiring.
Well, you are inspiring and your work is inspiring. And Andy, to you, I've got to ask you this. Speaking of legacy, you are building a beautiful one with Kingdom Story Company. We've had a couple of talks around this, around incredibly heartwarming, deeply resonating films. And I wonder, years from now, when you look back over your body of work, what do you want the legacy of Kingdom Story to be?
I love that question. I think I look forward, the reason why we called it Kingdom and not named it after a person is I look forward to a day where, there's kind of an irrelevance who is running it. Like I don't want it to be about my name. I want it to be about creating a destination and a platform where stories of faith and stories of what we believe can be told with excellence. And so what excites me is to look to the next generation of filmmaker that's coming behind us and to look for their stories to empower. So I get just as much thrill, stepping over to producing as I do when I get a chance to, they still trust me with a story to direct. And so I think it's really exciting. And I think there's a generation of filmmakers that are coming along that I'm thrilled about. There's one, we're working on a movie that should go in the spring that I can't announce yet, but it's gonna be awesome. But there's a filmmaker named Kaya Wiegand that is a force of nature. And she's a writer-director, born in Nigeria, raised in Philadelphia, found a really deep personal faith several years ago, and is an incredible writer. She was the head writer on This Is Us, or one of the lead senior writers on This Is Us, and she has something to say, and I can't wait to just hand her the baton and say, go tell your story. So God continues to open the door, and that's the legacy that we want Kingdom to have.
I love it. Well, I've got one final question and a surprise speed round for you guys. This one is to you, Dennis, as we finish off. Speaking of up-and-coming artists, speaking of handing down the baton, I wonder, what was the advice that you never got that you want to give at all times to new artists, new actors trying to carve a new path?
I wouldn't know where to begin if I was starting my career today. It's changed so much. But I would say, do you love it? That's what. Do you really love it? That's the only true reason to really do something, because you're going to spend a lifetime doing it. So you love what you do.
Well said.
Oh my goodness.
So I tell my kids, find something you love, and then figure out how to get paid for it.
I love it.
That is golden right there. That's worth at least $100,000 right there on the spot. Okay, well, guys, I got a speed round for you guys. This is going to be fun. Just shout it out. Let's see if you guys line up or not. Cake or pie?
Pie.
Okay. Tea or coffee?
I'm coffee.
Coffee.
This is going to be good. Night shoots or morning shoots?
Morning shoots.
Night shoots.
And so it begins. Big action sequences or deep emotional moments? Big action sequences or
deeply emotional moments over action sequence for me.
Deeply emotional moments.
Yeah.
And lastly, country classics for good reason.
Exactly.
Lastly, country classics or rock classics?
Rock.
Yes.
Well, you can kind of veer back and forth. You country. You're country.
I gotta go with country.
Yep.
I was thinking you would. Yes, absolutely. Well, Dennis and Andy, thank you so much, guys. It's such a pleasure. Thanks for letting me have this time with you. And Andy, I can't wait to see what you come up with.
I really appreciate you, my friend. It's always a pleasure.
Good questions.
Thank you for listening to On the Path with Cheryl Nembhard, brought to you by Compassion Canada.